heart attack. Fast, fatal, hard impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Q-Show here, and now, before we do begin, I know I have technically done this series before, however, this one will actually be the way I should have done the idea. The way I was going to do the idea in the previous series was sort of a little this and there, but right now, we're going to be focusing on the actual idea, which means this actually will be a somewhat custom story that does include MHA. Now, with that being said, we do currently pick up with Deku. Deku right now, he's been, well, not willingly, but somewhat forced into this arrangement. Right now, he is currently meeting the child of a pro hero, or the daughter of pros, for somewhat of a quirk marriage. Now, here's what's gone down. Deku, he met with his father earlier today. He has not seen his dad in the last 8 or so years, almost 9. And the man, while he has been giving Deku money and other living expenses and paying for them, even his apartment and even his college, there is the fact that the man, he told Deku that he is going to make him a bit of a deal. Deku, the payment for his college is more than they give him the average month. And paying for his schooling, it would cost a bit more money than he does get. So, they're going to make an arrangement with him. They will pay for the school. However, if they need a favor, he needs to come to them. And if he does not, they'll do something quite simple. They'll stop sending him money. They will stop paying for his apartment, and they'll actually kick him out, because then it'll force him to come back to them. Now, while Deku, he did hate this idea of owing his parents a favor, he did actually at least somewhat agree, and his dad, he came calling with that favor. Now, with that being said, Deku is currently sitting down, and he is waiting, as he's thinking in his mind about exactly how this is supposed to go. His parents want to put him into an arranged quirk marriage. How is this gonna even happen? I mean, first of all, quirk marriages, technically, they have been outlawed. Some still do happen. However, it's quite simple. The idea is the two people, they get together, and while they can hate each other, or they cannot really agree with each other, if they do still at least have the marriage and make it legal, they can still at least be together. Now, Deku right now, he is a bit annoyed. He's supposed to be meeting the daughter of a pro hero, and right now he is wondering about exactly who they are and what they're like. Maybe if he can talk to them, they can both agree that this is a bad idea, and go their separate ways. Hell, his dad told him that if this doesn't work out, there are tons of other people he can meet. And right now, Deku, he's a bit annoyed. And right now, there is actually where he is sitting down and thinking. Whenever somebody they do go to pull out a chair, and Deku is going to look up. Him surprised to see a beautiful woman, as he's going to sit down and ask if he happens to be Izuku Midoriya. Yes, I am. Hi, Deku bringing his hand up. You must be Chloe. Now, Chloe would reach out and shake Deku's hand, her noticing the scar on his hand and wrist. Along with even noticing that on the side of his neck, there does appear to be something sticking out. Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. Hi, sorry. I got distracted a bit for a minute. Oh, did I interrupt your train of thought? Yeah, no. Sorry, you're fine. It's just I wasn't expecting someone like you. You're beautiful. Oh, um, that wasn't expected. But thank you very much. You're pretty good looking yourself. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, listen, to clear the air and just get the elephant out of the room, your parents set you up with this, right? You know that all this crazy shit is just their plan, right? Yeah, I already know about that. I was hoping that you knew as well, so thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, yeah. Um, anyways, sorry. I believe I should at least tell you a bit about myself then. I'm Misuka Midoriya, you probably already know my quirk, and I'm an aspiring artist. No, actually, I don't know your quirk. Oh, um, well, I have the ability to stop time. Wait, you can actually stop time? Like, for real? Yeah, I can. I mean, it's a bit tricky, but it's possible. I mean, the whole problem about it is I return to my starting location, but it's all not really that bad. Oh, um, okay. Do you mind explaining to me about the scars then? You're not a pro, are you? Oh God, no. Um, well, sorry if you're a pro. I don't mean any offense, but these are called a gift from my dad. He did that to you? Yeah. I don't really like talking about it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, no, it's fine. It's just I would prefer not to think about that again. Um, okay, wow, I made a real bad first impression. Um, my name is Chloe Harper. I'm, well, the daughter of the number seven pro hero. Number seven? Wait a minute. Isn't that the guy who can. Yeah, I have my dad's quirk, just a bit more with hints of my mom's. Really. And that would be. Well, I can teleport up to any distance. Basically, meaning that I can teleport anywhere. If I can think of the location and visualize it well enough in my mind, I can do it. If I have been there before, I can also do it but with a lot more ease. Wait, okay, so you can teleport and I can stop time. Yeah, it seems like I think I know where our parents were going with this. Yeah, yeah. Um, but you said you were an artist, right? Yeah, actually, a bit of a side effect of my quirk. I mean, when you see things that are just frozen all the time, you can't help but just think. I mean, just it's like a picture. Have you ever seen a forest just where the leaves are falling? I mean, just if you could stop that moment and see it, it's so amazing. Um, it sounds very beautiful. Yeah, it's funny actually. I did a painting on that once. Uh, I actually really enjoyed that too. Now, Deku, he does get a somewhat smile, and Chloe, she does actually feel a bit better now. The tension does start to go down. After the whole, hey, our parents set us up on this because of this and that, there is where Deku is going to bring up the thought, asking Chloe exactly why she agreed to do this. Oh, um, well, if I don't, I can't see my siblings ever again. That's awful. Yeah, say what you will about my dad. He's serious about a lot of things, but when it comes to this, he's on the extreme side. I can tell. Then again, I guess we both hate our parents. Understatement of the century. Your dad scarred you physically. Mine just scarred me mentally. What do you mean by that? No, it's nothing. It's nothing. He taught me not to be scared of teleporting up in the air. Oh, wait. You you can't control how far you teleport whenever you look up, can you? No, I can't. How did you know that? Well, from what you said about it, either if you've been there before or if you can visualize it. And considering the fact as to how high up, assuming if you've been on a plane, then you've probably gone up that high by accident, right? I have, yeah. God, Jesus. Now, Deku does get a bit annoyed. Both these two, they clearly didn't want to be here. However, right now, they're having a good time. They're learning a bit more about each other. They both know that they've been forced into this. And they both know that their parents, yeah, they're not good people. However, they are able to get along. And that does actually somewhat count for something. The two, they do start to get drinks, and they do actually order some dinner. And right now, they do have a bit of a good time. They do have some similar interests. Well, Deku, he does want to be an artist. There is actually Chloe, who she does want to actually be a designer. She talks about how, with her quirk, she's gone over a lot of places. And she's actually seen many different fashion styles from around the world. And Deku, he actually can understand that. He even does start to at least bring up, at least how he's seen people wearing these designs and these designs that he's actually somewhat implemented into an art piece. And Chloe, she actually just found that to be kind of fascinating. Now, while Deku and her are both talking and drinking, their actions with Deku, he does go to spot somebody in the corner of his eye. He sees his dad, and then he does see somebody sitting next to them. Right now, they're both sitting down and having something to drink. And Deku can tell the man sitting there is clearly his father, especially because his dad doesn't wear a mustache, or at least have a mustache that looks like that. Along with that, it's the dead giveaway because he knows that face anywhere. The face of the man he was scarred by and traumatized by. Now, Deku, he does go to somewhat put down his glass. And whenever he does go to somewhat, tighten his grip around his wine glass a bit more, there is whenever it does go to snap. Deku stopping time before going to just let go of the wine glass and grab onto the part that's floating in the air. As whenever he does go to resume time, his hand does go back to the starting point with the glass in his hand. Now, whenever that does actually go to happen, Deku, he does just go to have the thing go to fall over. And whenever Chloe does go to see that, she just asks if he's okay. Not really. 75 degrees away, I want to say 25 feet away. No, 25 feet to your left. Now, or no, 75 degrees to your left, which would be Deku's. 75 degrees to Deku's left, which would be 75 degrees, or maybe another angle, to her right. Deku does at least tell her that there are his dad, and he's presuming her father, sitting down over that table over there. And Chloe, after hearing that, she's get a bit annoyed, as she's going to physically describe her father. And Deku does go through the list. Now, she does going to get a bit angry. As whenever she does going to try to stand up, Deku does at least tell her that he has a better idea. What? I was actually having a very pleasant evening. You're a very nice guy. I mean, I'd actually consider dating you. Well, thanks for that. You're actually a very nice girl. And I would date you. However, I have a better idea as to how to piss him off. Piss him off? Yeah, I used to act up as a teenager. Did you? Not really, no. Okay. Now, here's the idea. I'm going to stop time, and whenever I do that, I'm going to run over there and punch your dad. Whenever I go back over here, I want you to teleport both of us away. Are you really going to do that? Now, Deku would tell her, just look at her dad. And when she's going to turn her head, Deku, he immediately does going to stop time. Deku going to stand up and walk over. As whenever he does go directly over, he does go directly turn his dad's hand and go to push it upwards into her father's face. Deku really repeatedly going to punch one side of it over and over, before Deku is going to bring up her father's fist and go to punch his dad across the face. Deku going to steal his dad's sunglasses, as whenever he does going to put them on, he does at least resume time. Deku reappearing back in his seat, as both of the two, both go flying in opposite directions. Her dad goes flying through a window, and his dad does go flying into another dining table. Her turning back to Deku, as Deku, he does say that they need to get out of here, and if she would use her quirk, that would be very good. Her at least going to somewhat smile as she's going to raise out her hand. Deku taking it, as both of them, they do go to teleport away. Now, Hisashi and her father, they do both try to gain their bearing. However, Hisashi, he feels like he knows exactly what happened. His sunglasses are gone, and he doesn't know what attacked him. That means Izuku did that. And right now he actually is very angry, as we do actually at least have over with Chloe. She teleported them at least, let's just say a few blocks away, and at a local park. Where Deku, he does at least have a look of confusion whenever he does get to open his eyes. Wow. Yep. Anyways, that was actually really funny. I actually haven't laughed like that in a bit of time. Really? Yeah, thank you. I mean, I don't really know what to say. Our parents, they try to stick us together. My dad's already made me go on a few of these before, and I've always ran into some creep. Or just somebody I didn't really like. But you, I fear that he's finally hit the nail on the head. What do you mean? My parents were playing matchmaker and they finally found the right person. However, I didn't want to marry them or get married in the first place, or have a kid. However, if I don't, I can't see my siblings anymore. And God knows, those two cannot be left alone with children. Especially after what they've done to me. Yeah, I know. I don't have any siblings myself, but I can only imagine. I'm sorry about them, okay? I mean, granted, I wasn't looking for anyone either, but I'd actually really like to get to know you better, though. Now, Chloe, she's gonna look over to Deku. Deku, he has a pair of sunglasses. Okay, that's random. Wait, weren't those the ones at the restaurant? Oh, wait. Hang on, what was she thinking about again? Right. Well, I mean, you're nice too, and I did enjoy the evening. Glad you did. Listen, I mean, we don't have to date or get married right away, but we could start talking to each other at the very least, right? Just without them looking over our shoulder. Maybe, yeah. I'd like that. Now, Deku he does a smile, as there are actions where he does somewhat try to think what he should do. He does give Chloe his number, and she does give Deku her number. And right now the two, they do both go walking through the park. And Deku he does try to ask her if she thinks that his dad's going to cut him off from funding. I don't really know. Well, that was worth it. He was a prick anyway. I'll get by on my own. I got enough money saved up, and if he does try to pull some shit with my bank account, I can talk to my bank. Actually, no. Now that I'm old enough, I probably can't get him removed from that joint account. Or maybe at least move a lot of the money over into a new account with my name on it. Shit. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I do that before? It's not your fault. You can't blame yourself for that. I know, but it just feels like some oversight on my part. Now, Chloe should at least go to Express. Deku was a kid. I mean, he didn't really have people to teach him this stuff, right? I mean, well, he was taught how to fight, but then there's also this other real life stuff. He got by on his own. And she's thinking about it. She got by pretty well on herself, but, well, for herself, but right now, she's enjoying this. Another person's company. Now, eventually Deku and Chloe, they go to stop. And Deku, he does this, go to point out how this would be a beautiful scenery for a painting. And Chloe, she just doesn't want to agree. And she does actually ask if she can see some of Deku's paintings. And whenever she does actually go to turn and look at Deku, Deku just won't smile. And agree. As they would go back to Deku's place. And I do believe that is a good point to end this. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next mini shot.